Right guys, what's up? Part 3 of the Sega Genesis collection video. And this is cartridge only, and there's about 22 here. So this video shouldn't be too long. Let's move on and get right to it. First off, we're going to start strong. Airbuster. Really solid game on the Genesis. I don't know if it's hard to find nowadays, I didn't look up the price, but it's really fun and it comes highly recommended. It's fairly standard, you get a lot of different power-ups, but you have rapid fire, which I love in old games. I hate mashing the button. And your ship speed is actually extremely good. It's actually very balanced. A lot of games have a problem in which your ship's either too slow or it's too fast. It's a big pain in the ass. This does it right. It comes recommended. The Adventures of Batman and Robin. This game is actually very similar to like Contra of all games. Batman meets Contra. Fuck yeah. Really good game. Graphics great. The controls are actually really solid. The sound fucking is amazing. Really good game here. One thing that bothers me though a little bit, which some people probably won't give a damn about, is there's really no sound effects. And for me that kind of takes me out a bit. I don't really like it too much. I wish there was more sound effects and stuff. There's like very, very low sound effects. Just small nitpick. Really good game. Really good graphics. Another one that comes highly recommended. Bonanza Brothers. Or Bonanza. I can't pronounce it. This is another good game. I suck at it. You pretty much go around rob banks and stuff, or like rob a casino. It's actually quite fun. Weird part is though, when you play single player, you only get 1/3 of the screen. It's all the way at the bottom. It's a little bit weird, but I mean, I see where they're going. The top half's for the second player, the bottom half's for the first player. I see where they're going, but still, if you're playing alone, it feels a little bit weird. Really fun game. It's dirt cheap, and it's definitely worth the look. Bubsy. You ruined it. We had good games, and then you came along. This is a god-awful game. Simply put, it is one of the worst games out there. Imagine Sonic the Hedgehog, in which you're going so fast you can't keep up with the screen, shit's just flying at you, you have no idea what's going on. You got Bubsy. Really, really bad game. Don't look for it. It is god-awful. I think they made like 3 Bubsies in total, and none of them were good. Yeah. Avoid it. It's awful. Dynamite Headdy. Back to a good game. This game took me a little while to get into. It's made by the same people who made Gunstar Heroes. Solid game. It's actually a platformer instead of a run and gun. And it's really good. It's a little rougher around the edges. It took me a little while to actually get used to it. And some of the boss battles are a bit of a pain in the ass. They don't seem super balanced. But overall, really good game. Good. It looks good, sounds good, and it plays good. There's a couple different power-ups. I can't really remember all of them off the top of my head. But definitely recommend it. It's dirt cheap still. Go find it for your collection. Hellfire. Hell is right. Like I was mentioning about Airbusters, a lot of games get it where your ship speed just isn't good. This is one of them. You're either going far too slow or you're going too fast. And you need to pick up speed icons in which to boost or decrease your speed, so sometimes you're just fucked, and I hate that in the games. I really love it when they give you like a choice to just boost your speed at will, you know, like use the C button, which would have been great. It would have really helped this game a lot. Interestingly, is you can actually pick from 4 different shots whenever you feel like switching. You got your standard straightforward, back, up, down, and then you have a diagonal. Go left, you know, it's an X. There we go. Really hard game, but not for good balance reasons. Again, your ship's really slow, your weapon power-ups really aren't that great, your ship's big, it's a big target. Not a bad game, but I wouldn't like go actively look for it too much. It's decent. So up next we have Justice League Task Force. Not a very good fighter, I'll be honest with you. It's actually very bad. It's very unbalanced, it's not particularly fun. I mean, you get to use Superman and Batman and all that, but I mean, if you have to choose between this or like Street Fighter, go with Street Fighter, or Fatal Fury, or really anything but that. Light Crusader. This is actually one of the games I've gotten slightly newer. I haven't really played it too much. I popped it in for a few minutes to make sure it worked. And the controls felt pretty good. It reminded me of Landstalker. And the music was actually quite good. It almost had like an Earthbound vibe to it, which was interesting. So it definitely warrants me to look into it a little bit more. But as it stands, I haven't played it too much. It looks good. Power Rangers. Subpar fighter here. This is not like the Super Nintendo beat 'em up one. The Super Nintendo one is actually pretty good. It still holds up pretty well. This one, it's definitely a rough around the edges fighter. It's slow. It's not very fun. It's similar to Justice League. Not recommended. If you want a good Power Rangers game, though, check out the Power Rangers movie. That's a good fucking game. And I don't have a copy of that anymore, but that was a good one. Monopoly. The computer cheats. Ranger X. This is a really fucking good Sega Genesis game. Not too many people have heard about this. It's a bit of a hidden gem. Really, really good. It controls very well. All the levels are a lot completely different. The enemies look really good, especially the end boss in stage 1. Really nice. Looks like something out of Metal Slug. Really comes recommended from me. The controls do take a little while to get used to. It's a bit clunky, a little awkward, but really fun game. I haven't beaten it. I think I got to stage 6 or 7. I got close to the end. I never beaten it. Really good game. Definitely check this one out if you don't have it. It's cheap too. Ristar or Ristar. I hear people call it both. Really good game too. This is actually, I believe, a late release on the Sega Genesis. Really good. It's colorful. The platforming's really fun. Really good. And it's unique. You use your arms to grab things, and you use momentum and stuff to fling yourself around. It's a fun game and well worth checking out. And it's only $10 for a cart. Really good game. Solid. It's a must-have for your collection, honestly. So now we got Sega. This is a pretty standard shoot-'em-up. It doesn't do too much out of the ordinary, except for the fact that you are fighting fish. Your main enemy is fish, and they are pissed. Fun game. You don't really have any bombs or anything like that. It's just your standard shoot. You have nothing's fabulous there, but it does it really well. And also, it's rapid fire, so you're not going to burn out your thumb. You just have to hold that button down and enjoy the game. Interesting part about this is it actually has a total of 23 different paths you can go through. Crazy for a shooter. Fun game. It's worth a look. Strider 2. This is actually an extremely bad game. I don't think the people who made the original Strider made this. I didn't look into it. It's just a hunch. Really poor game. It lags every time you jump, and it's overall really slow. The enemy placement isn't good. The enemies aren't very fun. Just check out the first Strider and do yourself a favor. This one's pretty garbage. Super Battleship. It's like Battleship, but super. Okay, seriously. It's actually a tactics game. Outside of your standard Battleship, it's actually quite interesting. Not a game that I personally played too much. I played a lot as a kid, believe it or not. One cool thing is you actually participate in the battles. You fire the cannons and stuff, and it's really fun when it comes to that, but it's pretty hard and it's definitely dated, but it's worth a look if you're interested in a tactics game on the Sega Genesis. It's worth a look. Super Hang-On. Haven't played it too much. Really good music, though. Oh my god. It definitely excels on that front, but I haven't really played it. Great music. Target Earth. This is a part of a Assault Suit Lenos series, which I think this is the only one that ever actually made it to the US. Look at that. Overall, I enjoy the game, but I can't get very far in it. It's very, very hard. It's not very balanced. It is fun, though, and perhaps you might be better at than me. I mean, I do suck at some games, and this is probably one of them. It's actually really fun. Highly recommend checking it out. It's cheap. Speaking of games with great music, Terminator. Oh my god. This game is one of the shortest games you'll ever play. You could beat it in 15 minutes. In all honesty, it's about 4 levels long. But you know something? The music makes up for it all the way. The graphics aren't too bad, and the controls aren't too bad, but the music, holy shit, blows it out of the park. You know what? I should really insert a clip here to show you how good the music is. Fuck it, let's do it. You're gonna watch 30 seconds of Terminator. Enjoy. You can thank me later. getting close to the end here. We got about 4 more to go. Thunder Fox. This is a very dated run and gun, or run at knife, since you're mostly using a knife. Again, it's very dated. It has nothing on Contra. I mean, Contra will fucking blow this game out of the water. But overall, I mean, it's not bad if you take it for what it is. It's extremely cheap. It's fun, but don't get your hopes up too high on it. Toy Story. This game still holds up. I loved it as a kid. I'll be honest, it's still really fun to play now. Graphically, it's extremely well. Music and sound effects, also really good. Controls they take a little getting used to, but they're not bad. It also has a decent amount of variety. In some levels you use like the RC racer car, which I hate those levels, but it has a little bit of variety. I actually recommend you check this out. I mean, some people hate this game, and I think I might be the only one who still loves it, but really fun game. Check it out. So now we have a game called Tricea? I cannot pronounce it. Seriously, I have no idea how to pronounce that. Tricea? I haven't played it yet. It's an RPG. That's really all I know about it so far. So, yeah, I can't review it. Sorry. And then last we have Zero the Kamikaze Squirrel. This is a very bright and colorful game. The controls aren't too bad. You have a lot of like different attacks you can do. You can throw a shuriken or like head bounce people. Bounce, that's not a word. Bounce, that's a word. Overall, it's a fun game. It didn't really click too much when I was playing it, though, but maybe I was just in a bad mood when I was playing it. That could always affect the game. Decent game. I think it's a little hard to come by, but I mean, I could be mistaken. Decent game, though. So that's my Sega Genesis Collection Part 3, and that actually ends the collection. So that's about, what, 100 games or so? Yeah, it's still a work in progress. I still need games like Mega Turrican and Streets of Rage 3, but I mean, I'm working on it slowly. Thanks for watching, and I'll probably do a TurboGrafx collection next. I have about 15 games for that. That's like my newest passion, but man, those games are not easy to come by. But as always, thanks for watching. I'm signing out for now, and I'll be back in a few days with another video. Thanks for watching.